You admitted before you went in you'd never watched the show. What made you want to take on the jungle?
I mean, look, obviously I knew all about the show,
yeah.
you know, from all, the social media cut-downs, from reading about it in the paper. And I got a few friends have been on the show, and they talked about it being a life-changing experience. You know, it was an unbelievable kind of platform. It's so well regarded. You know, I'd never thought about doing reality TV, but when the opportunity came along to do something this established with this group of people, I just leapt at the opportunity. And I've always, you know, I've been playing rugby for the last 18 and a half seasons, 18 and a half years, and for once I had a break, and I wanted to reset my life, and this was the perfect kind of platform to do it, I think.
And has it done what you thought it would do? Is it everything you expected?
I learned a lot about myself that, you know, actually in terms of things like challenges and a bit of hardship I can actually deal with quite well. Starving me, I don't think was something I ever want to experience. But I found also I quite enjoyed helping other people. You know, that was my biggest kind of thing that I really enjoyed. You know, there's a lot of... through being a rugby player and being a sports person, you end up going to some dark places. You end up having to deal with some pretty tough things, some hard training, some a bit of suffering. But for normal people, you don't get that. So I was equipped to deal with those things, and I could see other people necessarily weren't at times. So that I really enjoyed that, and I felt I found a role, because I'm not the best chef in the world. You know, I'm not probably the funniest person in the world. I can't sing and dance like Milo. I don't have a voice like Jacqueline. I'm not as informed as Kate. But what I can do is add a little bit of humour and an arm around people when needed.
Good stuff. Food was always going to be a hot topic for you, because before you go in, I mean, you ordinarily consume about 4,000 calories a day, so it was always going to be a part of conversation. Have a look.
Won the challenge for no food.
OK.
I'd rather have had food.
There's a lot of us to feed and a lot of people getting hungry now.
All I care about is a treat.
If we don't have decent food, I really will struggle.
We're under-eating.
Under-eating hugely, that's why everyone's losing their shit.
Food is worth more than gold and diamonds in here.
Anyone who doesn't finish all their bones, let me know. I eat it all.
Obviously, James is bigger than me, so he gets everyone's leftovers.
Well, we've got to be way better at this food organisation. I'll knock you all out and take all your food.
They're watching Henry VIII, gnawing on the bone. Yeah, so you got, when you had basic rations of rice and beans down there, your calories would be like 400 calories, so which is massively different from what you normally get. You struggled massively.
Yeah, I did, yeah. My body started to shut down, actually, bizarrely. You know, I sometimes do some fasting or whatever, but it was the fact that, you know, because I can't abide walking past jobs that aren't done, so if the water needs topping up, I'll go and fill the water. People need, you know, Caitlin and I, the oddest in the relationship in the history of the world. We're like an old married couple. She just orders me around all the time, and we do all the washing up together. So I was up and down the stairs all the time, and I was just burning a lot of calories. Obviously, all the adrenaline, all the walking to go to the trials, and my legs, in the evening, afternoons, I couldn't really concentrate. I couldn't focus. I had nothing in my legs. I was getting very tired. But I didn't want to overly complain, but I really struggled, and everybody in camp was so kind to me. You know, I would always make sure that I'm a bit of a stickler for chivalry and manners. I always want the girls to go first. I always want to be the last person to eat. But everyone would give me a little spoonful of their food here and there, and you know, the bone gnawing thing is because I spent too much time with the Pacific Islanders, and they were shocked at the amount of meat I left on the bones. So they taught me how to eat food properly.
Interestingly, you guys won more food than a lot of previous years, but obviously it still took its toll on you. And when people are tired and when they're hungry, the mood can change quickly in camp. Have a look.
Which one are you going for?
It's OK.
No, we just keep asking the same question. Put your hand up for A, 37%. And put your hands up for B. 3, we're outnumbered, go with A.
What are you talking about?
Look at the way you keep shouting at me, Ian.
Every man hitting the here is comes to let the women go first.
Maybe I feel that you should go first.
I'm not quite sure how this situation has happened.
It's just as shambolic as ever.
I don't have to listen to people's incessant stupidity.
They're bickering amongst each other. Come on, we're grown adults.
Who's doing the dishes?
Well, I'm going for a nap.
You got very ratty.
Yeah, I did, yeah. Actually, to be fair, I think I would have been ratty if I was fully fed.
Really?
But why? Was it the debate? Because they just wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, so the Dingo Dollar Challenge is a 50-50 question with absolutely no background to it. So there's no information. So, you know, when Andrew and Kate, they wanted to have this outlandish debate, PowerPoint presentation, PDF. The worst thing was that I could sit by and everybody needs to talk about it. That's absolutely fine. But when we came to A or B, you go, right, A, put your hand up. You put your hand up A, put your hand up B. people hadn't voted. So you go again, more people then suddenly vote for A and B. After about 10 minutes of this, I'm like, right, it is not that hard. Just put your hand up. Because I'm like that in life. Like, being a team sport, you've got to just cut through some of the nonsense. So it might sound chippy, but I just can't abide inefficiency.
We can tell, James.
Yeah,
Well, listen, apart from that one right bit, you've had good fun down there, haven't you? We've loved watching you. Thank you very much.